All right, good evening, everybody. It's good to be back on yet another edition of HSM Talks, and I hope you guys have had a good meal because me and my guest tonight are starving. So, why don't you guys join real fast so that we can wrap this up? Either which ways, you might have got really bored of watching me every night in your faces in your mobile, but they dare not tell me if you're bored about it. All right. So let's wait for people to join in. Everybody who is listening to us on all the 10 Facebook pages and four Facebook groups and one YouTube. Uh, Good evening to everybody out there from wherever you are joining in. I can already see almost 300 people listening to us. Let the numbers go up right now. While you are accessing it on Facebook or YouTube, do not forget to allow StreamYard to access your name. Otherwise, no comments come to me in my interface. Definitely do not come in the interface of my guest. Okay, so the first one who sends a comment is also a team member of mine, which is Sagar Siddhanti. Hi, Sagar. Thank you so much for allowing StreamYard to access your name. I can definitely see loads of people joining in. Samresh, Saguna, Dalwalduri, Sejal Gulia. All right, so everybody, the names are going way too up fast for me to read. Welcome to yet another edition of HSM Talks. I hope you guys have had a good night meal. I mean, good dinner. And tonight, in the continuation of our series of bringing in universities to come and talk to you. Last time we did this show was way back in November when we were doing our run up to the Global Ed Connect 2020. And now we are doing our run up to Global Ed Connect Summit 2021, which is on March 19th and 20th. The links have been plastered across all your Facebook groups and Facebook pages. And we are now bringing the best of the universities from across the globe to come and talk to you and tell you about the courses they have to offer, about the student experience they have to offer. Are these universities in downtown or they are into suburbs? What is the kind of academia and industry relations at that university? What are the last dates and deadlines? Am I really late for applying for this year intake? So let's thrash it out with all the universities. I promise you guys, okay, to all the mothers and the fathers and the boys and the girls, I will not let these guests go easy. Okay, I'm definitely asking them some very difficult questions on your behalf, as much as they keep on cribbing to me after I'm done with this show, because most of them are super good friends. And today in this show we have yet another university from Canada, very well known in various fields of study, including business, including engineering, including computer science. They have this amazing program in communication and design, a very, very innovative career, communication and design, and they do have aviation as well. So if you are looking at Canada as your destination, then so be it, because this university should be right in your charts, in the top 3 or 4 options that you find out for yourself for Canada. And you definitely need to listen to my friend on the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Shreya Poddar, Senior Recruitment Advisor from Ryerson University, downtown Toronto, as she calls it, Canada. Shreya, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, and good evening, everyone.
Okay, so Shreya, first tell me, have you had your dinner or you are still hungry?
No, I've had a very long evening, so not yet. So after this wraps up, I will then go and have dinner.
Okay, so you have had a long evening. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like always, I have nothing better to do but stay in office. It seems that my family has thrown me out and I have no other place to go. So I keep on staying in office till the time I'm done with these lives. All right, so let's quickly get into this fireside chat, Shreya, with you. Ryerson University. 3 things that you'd really want the audience to know. Almost 600 of them are listening to you right now. 3 things that you really want to know about, want to tell about Ryerson. Okay, why Ryerson?
Okay, so the first thing is that we are Canada's #1 innovative and career-focused university. So we pay a very, very high weightage on experiential learning. Second, our location cannot get better than any other university. We are located in downtown Toronto, right in the heart of the city. So that gives us the best connections in terms of industries to have the best co-op and the post-study work opportunities for our students. And lastly, would be when I talk about experiential learning, we have the world's number one university-based seed incubator on campus. So you can, while studying, start off your business and potentially graduate with one. So I think these three are great reasons to definitely consider Ryerson as one of your choices.
And I'll give you more. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you aware that the Toronto Islands were not islands earlier? Okay, so you can go by a ferry today and you can use that underground tunnel, but they were never islands earlier. Do you know that Toronto is home to 10 million trees? Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful place to be in. And it's the only city in Canada with 7 major league sports team: basketball, football, hockey, baseball,
Ice hockey.
rugby, soccer,
Ice
and
hockey.
yes, ice hockey. So seven major league sports teams come from Toronto. For a person like me, after a hard day, I require my glass of wine. It is the home to world's highest wine cellar. It's in the CN Tower. So a must place to go, and definitely a great place to study. Toronto, it is in Canada. Okay, Shreya, let's get to the work. Give me those major areas of study. So I understand experiential learning, and that's the need of the hour today. I definitely understand Canada is one of the most sought after destinations in today's time, especially with the topsy-turvy attitude of Uncle Sam in his last stint in US. So it is definitely there. It is also possibly one of the safest countries in the world, uh, a country which welcomes international students with open arms, allows them to take a PR and possibly stay back and settle down. Amazing reasons why one should study in Canada. So let's not talk about Canada right now. Let's go specifically deep dive into Ryerson. You have been into this industry for years and years, and you've been guiding students. And I know you for quite so many months now. And I know the passion with which you counsel and guide students and tell them whether Ryerson is right for them or it is not right for them. You are upfront on their faces, and you tell them. Let's understand a little bit about the top courses at Ryerson, which a typical Indian student applies for. So what are Indians applying for?
So our top programs obviously are within the Faculty of Engineering and Business. So our star program, which I always like to see, and I see a great uptake for Indian students picking it, is the Bachelors of Aerospace Engineering. We are one of the only three universities in Canada that do offer it at a bachelor's level. And that program offers you a specialization in designing, manufacturing, and in operations. So you actually get to pick one of the specializations, and we get you your co-op in that, and you could potentially be doing your co-op with either Bombardier, Airbus, Air Canada, or with the Canadian Space Agency. Great companies to kind of have on your CV to definitely start off when you're at the beginning of your career. And also another thing, when I talk about experiential learning, we actually have a detachable rooftop for the engineering buildings, where we actually get in the actual airplane parts for you to actually look at those while you're studying, as versus just seeing diagrams on your textbook. That is one great example when I talk about engineering. Apart from that, even if I'm talking about mechanical engineering, I have students specializing in automobile engineering. So there is a lot of specializations that we offer within our engineering faculty. Business programs, again, a lot of specializations offered. You can pick one of 7 areas of specialization. If you're doing a business management program, you could go into HR, marketing, international business. All of that is available. If you take an accounting and finance program, we actually offer a pathway into the CPA and the CFA. So you actually do 8 of your 16 papers. So you're almost halfway there if you want to go ahead and pursue that. So
Wow,
those are
wow.
great.
So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sorry, Shreya, to cut you short, because you use certain terminologies, and High School Moms is known for simplifying information. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are studying finance and accounting, like in India, you have CA, you have CS, you have ICWA. There are certain international certifications that you can look up to. One is called CPA, which is Certified Public Accountant, and one is called CFA, which is Certified Financial Analyst. These both of these certifications come from the House of US. Very, very highly respected certifications. So Shreya is mentioning here, and to simplify it further, if you are studying finance and accounting at Ryerson, you are almost halfway through to your CPA and CFA. So you get waivers for these exams when you're going for CPA and CFA, and possibly only half of the exams are left for you to get those certifications. So amazing information that Shreya Poddar is sharing right now with us. Go ahead, Shreya. Anything else that you wanted to share?
Yes. So then, apart from that, I know India again is a country of family businesses. So if you're actually looking at something as a bachelor's in retail management, that is something that we offer specifically with a super specialization. Moving on to computer sciences, which is again a very high demand program, which we offer two areas of specialization in AI and data science. So there is enough for you to pick and choose from and kind of test the waters before you decide what is it that you would want to go ahead with. And like Abhishek rightly mentioned, when I would like to focus a little bit on the Faculty of Communication and Design. We offer 15 areas of specialization from your journalism, film production, media production, theater, art, dance, music. But two programs that I really want to like kind of highlight for you all would be a bachelor's in sports media. It's a one of a kind program in all of North America. What the program is essentially is a program focused on the sports entertainment industry. So you
Wow.
will learn how to do TV broadcasting, live commentating, creating your logos, designing with a business degree combination. So, and it's a 4-year bachelor's degree. So you graduate with a degree as versus a diploma, so to speak, in terms of specialization. So highly, if you are somebody who's interested in sports and you don't have to be playing a sport, you could just be passionate about a sport or watching sports in general, it's a great degree to consider. And again, when I talk about experiential learning within this sector, for example, for journalism students, we give them like a microphone and a camera in the first week of classes to go to the streets of downtown Toronto and make a video of how they see Toronto as. So it's a lot of hands-on learning experiences. And a few of our we have a lot of noted alumni from within this faculty. One of them would be Meena Masood, who plays Aladdin in Aladdin. So he is one of our most recent alumni who has graduated from Ryerson. So this is a little bit
Wow.
about the programs, and obviously I can answer specific questions.
Okay, so just one question that is coming to my mind right now. When you said about going out there and shooting downtown Toronto and taking interviews, uh, do you take 40-year-old men in your bachelor's program who are currently
Absolutely.
doing career counseling and are decent at talking in public? Will you be
You
able
have
to
a
take?
great chance, Abhishek. You can definitely apply.
All right, thank you. All right, I do have a question here from one of the audience, and thank you, Vishal, for asking this question here. You are one of those people who have allowed StreamYard to access your name, so I definitely would want to take. He says, my daughter wants to apply for international business management. She's in grade 12. He's looking at for her daughter September 2021 intake, and he is asking, but she has commerce without mathematics. Do you think it is possible for his daughter to apply for international business management with commerce without mathematics, Shreya?
She can apply. We are still accepting applications for the
Maybe. Okay.
but you will need to do maths. So please do reach out to me because all business programs in Canada do require a math, and you can take a virtual class to fulfill that requirement. But she's definitely still eligible to go ahead and make that application. So just reach out to me and I can guide you through that process. And if that's something you would want to go ahead with, there is no reason why she cannot get in for September 20th.
If you want to go ahead with it, there is no reason why she cannot go ahead with it for September 2021 intake. Vishal, I hope that you have seen my happiness because I hate those career counselors who go ahead and say there is no life without mathematics. Believe you me, there are enough great universities like Ryerson who are ready to look at the candidate. Yes, it is important to understand from Shreya's perspective, from Ryerson's perspective, because there will be some amount of mathematics which the child or the student will have to study during the course of international business management. So there is definitely some amount of maths as a curriculum, and it is important for the university to see whether the candidate will be able to understand and survive those maths classes. So even if the child, if your daughter does not have maths in grade 12, Shreya possibly will be able to solve your problem by suggesting you an extra credit or an extra class which you can take online with the university and definitely fulfill the requirements. So I do not see why. Vishal is saying, relaxed. Vishal, I really love you for supporting us. Thank you so very much for supporting us all the time. I want you to go out there and spread the awareness about the decent work we are trying to do. Good, bad, or ugly. I'll leave it to the audience to decide whether I'm doing good job, bad job, or an ugly job. But personally, I feel I'm definitely doing a decent job. So please go and spread the word about high school moms. This is that time, Shreya, when I really want to make an announcement. So pardon me for doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryerson University, along with 49 other leading universities, will be present on Global Ed Connect Summit on March 20th to answer your queries regarding courses, careers, internships, co-ops. We will ask what co-op is with to Shreya, but they will be there out there on your computer. You can click on these various booths on the computer from the comfort of your home, just with an internet connection, and you will travel the world. Believe you me, because I have universities coming in from Canada, US, UK, Europe, Ireland, Scotland. I have universities coming from Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Singapore, and India. So be out there and attend. The links to register for Global Ed Connect Summit have been posted on your Facebook groups and your Facebook pages. If you're there on Instagram, go ahead and follow highschoolmoms.community. Within 4.5 months, we have come to 21,000 followers. We hit 21,000 followers today. And go ahead and follow highschoolmoms.community on Instagram. And the link to register for Global Ed Connect Summit is right there. Okay, so that's the first announcement. Another gesture that I would want you guys to do is please go and visit Ryerson University's booth. Shreya will be personally there just to thank her, because Ryerson has been a proud supporter for High School Moms movement. They are also our silver partners for the Global Ed Connect Summit. Please understand, without their money, it is practically impossible to host a summit like this. It takes months and months of efforts. Hundreds of team members work on these kind of events, and it costs a bomb to buy the services of those platforms which host these events. So it would not have been possible without the support of Shreya Poddar, my dear friend, a super phenomenal human being, and definitely a senior recruitment advisor from Ryerson University, Canada. Shreya, coming to you again, please help me understand about a little bit more about this co-op. So I understand it's an internship, kind of an internship, just that it is done during the non-study semester. Is that correct, or you want to correct me on this?
So that depends from university to university. For us, it is usually the second year. So the beginning of the second year, the students start applying for co-ops. So first, let's understand co-ops. It is basically a paid internship while you are studying. Okay, so that it does increase for Ryerson, it does increase the duration of the program for the students from 4 to 5 years. But parents, something very important to note is that you are paying tuition fees still for the 4 years only. The fifth year, when they are working from the duration from 8 to 12 months, they get paid for that duration, and they get paid a minimum of 30 to 35,000 Canadian dollars. So that's a lot of money which they can kind of help you support three-fourths of the education for 1 year from the money that they earn from their co-op. And co-op at Ryerson is, like I said, starts in the third year, and it's up to the students depending on how they want to pick and choose their semester. So they can do one in the summer and then one in the academic year. They can pick and choose that, and we do have designated a career department for each faculty that will help the students build their resumes, do mock interviews, kind of identify which co-op, depending on their specialization, would be the best fit for them. So that's how a co-op works, and that's main difference is all internships are not paid, but co-ops are always paid.
Internships are not paid at times. Co-ops are always paid. All right. Okay, so let's understand a little bit more about aeronautics, because there is a question by Sugna Davul Davuluri. All right, I'm sorry, Sugna, for not being able to pronounce it well. Pardon me. You are not at fault. It's always my pronunciation, which always gets better of me. She asks a question: how do we get in touch with Shreya? So Shreya, if you can just type in your email ID in the chat, I will copy it and make it a banner. Ladies and gentlemen, I am taking the liberty from Shreya to put her email ID onto the screen right now. please ensure that you do not spam her inbox. Please write only and only when you have a serious inquiry about Ryerson or any study opportunity in Canada. Shreya, you have sent me your email in the private chat. I am copying it right now for the parent who wanted to see it. So for everybody, if you want to write directly to Shreya, please be our guest. Just ensure that you follow the decorum. She is a senior recruitment advisor with one of the leading universities in Canada. You do not want to spam her email asking stupid questions. So please, write to her only when your child is in grade 10, 11, and 12. Grade 9 parents, hold on. There's still some time. Let your child be. Okay, so do not get worried, do not get panicked. Okay, if a career counselor is saying that let your child be in grade 9, please let your child be, let the child enjoy life, right? There is enough to do either which ways post 10th onwards. That's the email ID of Shreya Poddar, shreya.poddar at ryerson.ca. You can definitely have a note of it and go ahead and write to her, Sugna, if you want to. Shreya, let's try and understand a little bit about aeronautics at Ryerson.
Yes. So, like I was mentioning earlier as well, it is a specialized program that you get to pick and choose from, and it is all of our faculty that is there is already working with major companies in terms of being able to make. So, for example, one of our faculties is right now working with Bombardier to make the new kind of aircrafts which would actually be a bit more comfortable, what kind of legroom space. So when you travel, usually in economy we always have like a thing that the leg space is not as much. If you take the exit seat, then that's when you'll get better leg space, right? So that is something that they're actually working with Bombardier on to make a more comfortable experience while you're sitting for long duration flights. So it is a project that has already been started. Also, we have just launched as a university the first unmanned aircraft that has been launched by our aerospace students from the fourth year who were working on it. It happened during COVID. They were working through that and everything, and now it's finally going ahead and launched. And if you were able to like kind of go on the website, and each of the program websites will give you so much more detail about what else is happening in specifically the field in aerospace and in Canada. Another thing also to know is that the programs in always students ask me that what can I do after I graduate, after I become an aerospace engineer, what can I do? So career options would be you could either get into avionics, you could learn flight controls, you could get into stress analysis, vehicle design, testing and engine development. So it is just not one aspect of it. It is at the end of the day, it is still a machine, and it is not just for aircraft. It could be for aircraft, it could be for spacecraft, or it could be for hovercraft. You could be working with either commercial companies or with military, depending on which country and where where your life takes you. So there is a lot to explore, and I don't think airplanes or exploring the space is going anywhere anytime soon. I think it's a field that is just going to constantly keep growing. There is a lot of scope within it.
So tell me one thing. This is a very important question before I give my verdict. In the Janta Ki Adalat, Rajesh Sharma ji, copyright is yours. I'm not taking it away. Let me add the disclaimer. So in this Janta Ki Adalat, before I give the verdict whether Ryerson is a great university or super great university, or will you be ready to host a career counselor from India who is a founder of a leading parent community if he comes to Toronto sometime and visits Ryerson?
We do that every year. You're more than welcome to join us. We actually do have a specific counselor event that is held every year where we have counselors from across the world come, and we have them on campus, take them around and meet our faculty and attend events. So they get to know a little bit more about the amazingness that Ryerson has to offer.
Amazingness that Ryerson has to offer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the time, and I need to make another announcement. And the announcement is coming on your screen right now. You can, post COVID, I've started traveling. I've done Bangalore, I've done Mumbai, I've done Chandigarh, and now you can meet me in person and grab a cup of coffee along with me and have a discussion about your career plans, college plans, get to know about scholarships and admissions and so much more. Meet me in Delhi on March 7th, which is a Sunday. There are 3 slots, 10 to 12, 1 to 3, and 4 to 6. And I'm doing that at Taj Mansingh. It is a hotel, 5-star hotel in south of Delhi. on the Mansingh Road. So go ahead and register. The links to register for that event are there on your Facebook pages and Facebook groups. It is also there in the highschoolmoms.community's Instagram handle. No charges whatsoever. Yet again, what I really need is a dedicated effort where you're seriously interested in attending one of the finest sessions that you will attend in this year in 2021. Not because I am conducting it, because I've put my heart and soul into that presentation that I've made to ensure that you guys get the value of 2 hours that you guys are going to give me. So please be there. All of you who are listening from Delhi, come and meet me in person on March 7th at Taj Mansingh. I can see Vishal Vadva already saying that I've already got an appointment for Taj Mansingh. And for those of you who are joining me from Bangalore, you can definitely meet me on March 9th. I just have 2 slots available in Bangalore, 4 to 6 and 6 to 8. So I'll be talking 4 hours at a stretch. But be my guest, come. If you're there from Bangalore, and I understand it's a working day, I'm very sure for your great career, for your child, parents, and for a great career, boys and girls, you can definitely afford to travel down in the Bangalore traffic for one day and meet me, because I don't come to Bangalore pretty often. So if you come and meet me, I hope I'll make the best of it by giving you all the information that you require to help you plan your career. And parents, if you are listening to me, to help you plan your child's career, I definitely will ensure that you will not leave without getting the right information that you came seeking out for. So that's the information, the links to register for both Delhi and Bangalore. Bangalore event is at Taj MG Road, March 9th, that's Tuesday. Delhi event is in Taj Mansingh, March 7th, that's Sunday. The links to register for both of them is there on your Instagram handle of highschoolmoms.community. Go and click and register. The links are also there on the Facebook pages and the Facebook groups. That brings me to the last question of the day, to Shreya Poddar. Shreya, help me understand about the application deadlines for this year. Till when are you taking the applications? Are you also looking at applications through OUAC, or there is a direct application to Ryerson? Give me some information so that the parents can understand, especially Vishal Vadwa and Sugna, who will be writing to you very shortly as they are commenting on Facebook.
Absolutely. So we are still accepting programs, applications for most of our programs. So now, as our first deadline is over, which was the 1st of Feb, now all the applications will be on the availability of seats within that program. So highly recommend reaching out to check if that availability is still there, and you can definitely make an application, and I can walk you through the process in terms of how you can then apply. You can usually apply through OUAC or through the Common App, or through our direct application portal as well. So all of those options will be available, and mostly that's where we'll cap in terms of receiving applications would be the mid of April. After that, we will not accept applications, because then that's very close to students start applying for their study permits. So that is something very close to the date. So I would just say that I do a very important thing in terms of disclaimers is that I do know that the board exams and state board exams and all of that is delayed, and the universities are mindful of that. When you're applying, we just need your grade 10, 11 and 12 predicted marks, on the basis of which you will get a conditional offer. So do not worry or stress about the fact that, oh, I don't have my final marks yet. We don't need them for the application.
Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's Shreya Poddar, Senior Recruitment Advisor at Ryerson University, Canada, giving you all the information that you needed regarding the best programs at Ryerson, why Toronto, and why you should definitely look at Canada as a destination. So all that being given to you in a capsule, 30 minutes, in a quick fire chat with Shreya Poddar. Once again, let me make the announcement. Meet me March 7th, Delhi. Meet me March 9th, Bangalore. Links to register are right there in the highschoolmoms.community Instagram handle and on your Facebook pages. Do not forget to come and meet Ryerson and 49 other great universities on Global Ed Connect Summit. That's March 20th, from the comfort of your home and the comfort of your laptop. At this juncture, let me thank Shreya Poddar. Shreya, let me tell you, there are certain names that my audience keeps on listening. which is Ryerson University, Huron at Western. There are certain, these are those names which are always on my lips, and I keep on taking them. I can't tell you how good I feel when I talk to you, or when I talk to Huron, and when I talk to other universities who are trying to be innovative, and are trying to be very experiential when it comes to learning. Kudos to Ryerson, and kudos to you for creating that kind of an environment where our children can actually study in one of the finest universities and experience education and experience real life as well. Once again, thank you so much for joining in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's Shreya Poddar, Senior Recruitment Advisor from Ryerson University, Canada. One university which has to be in your top two, top two, three, four names that you need to choose if you are looking at applying to Canada. Shreya, your closing comments. What do you think about high school moms? Do you really think we are solving a problem here? Do you think we are doing justice to our work? And your parting comments for the audience.
Firstly, thank you again, Abhishek. And I think, like you rightly said in the beginning, over the past few months, since High School Mom has just kind of taken over, the education industry, we've definitely become great friends. And I have seen High School Moms grow so much over all the events and interactions that we have had as a university. My university is aware of something called as High School Moms, and they really believe, and we've seen great results and traction through that. Hence, we are proud sponsors for the event to see, be able to support and take it forward. And kudos to you and your team for all the amazing work and support that you all are offering to all of us whenever we need it. And I really do look forward and wish you for all the success that is there for all of your events and more coming up. And see all of you guys on the 20th of March. And come join us, meet all of us, and see what we all have to say and about our universities.
Super. Thank you so much, Shreya. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is the end of the show tonight. I will see you on yet another edition of HSM Talks very, very shortly. Until then, have a good night's sleep. Take care. Follow all distancing norms. Wear your face masks. Carry your sanitizers. Sanitize your hands well. The only way you can save others is by saving yourself. So do that. And I hope 2021 will be a healthy and a happy year for all of you who are listening to me. Thank you, Shreya. Just stay back for me to close the window and talk to you offline. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next edition.
Bye,
See you.
everyone.